Hey guys, it's Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to stop shanking open stance forehands. Let's get started. Okay, so this video on how to stop shanking your forehand actually was inspired through a YouTube user who is a coach, and he wrote that why are they shanking balls when I'm showing this tip? And the last tip what we showed, it was called the Rainbow Forehand, and it was advising people out there how to handle deep fastballs that are coming. And we talked about having this kind of rainbow arcing shape, stroke, and being open stance. And the reason why I want people to open stance when balls are coming deep is so that you can keep the ball out in front, okay? And since I've hit a lot of forehands, I'm used to making that ball still go forward, and I can keep the ball out in front. If you step into this ball, it's coming deep, then you're gonna be late. You see how I'm hitting that and the ball is behind me? If I step in, I'm gonna be late there. So this is one of the situations I recommend an open stance forehand. I firmly believe you should be able to do both. You should be able to step into the ball, and you should be able to hit an open stance forehand. But your body works differently when you execute each shot. You see, when I'm stepping into the ball, my hips are moving this way, and they're pushing the ball forward that way. See, and all this is helping the momentum go forward and bring the ball forward. Now, when I go open, I don't have all this to work with. All I've really got is my palm and this part of my hip to really bring the energy this way and then transfer over to the other foot. So it looks something like this. I'm here, hit, and then the energy comes here. What happens, since people are used to this stepping motion, you see if I'm set up here in the open stance, it's like I'm already getting ready to hit a ball that way if I'm not used to an open stance. See, it's more like I'm hitting a traditional shot. So even though people will get their racket back here, then when they go to swing, they'll usually start hitting the ball that way, right? Because that's kind of, as they go, a natural movement for them. That's why they end up shanking the ball. Also, people who do as you go open stance, you tend to come here and lift up and come over a little more than a traditional shot, which has you hit through the ball longer. So that's another thing you're gonna have to get used to, is usually your swing path out isn't as long, or it's a little different in the way you're doing it. You're bringing your palm out this way, and then you're kind of rolling up, as opposed to maybe your traditional first lesson you had where you're hitting and you're continuing to push through. So you've got a couple of things you're doing differently now when you're trying to do this open stance. The first one you want to focus on is how you're using your hip. My hip is now pushing this way to go forward as opposed to swaying this way, right? Does that make sense? Let me just show you. Now let's say the camera is a net and I'm hitting towards the net, stepping this way with my hips, that's going to push the ball forward traditionally. Open stance, I got to use my hips a little differently. You see that different little flow, and just that move alone can throw people off and have them hit the side fence. So you've got to learn how to push your hips and your hands out a little differently, and then roll over if you want to stop shanking your forehand and hit it clean and forward. So hopefully this tip made sense. If you like this tip, I would love you to like this video. Just give us a nice thumbs up. It really does help us over here at Crunch Time Coaching. And like I said in the last video, every time you give us a like, Roger and Rafa, they agree. They're like, yeah, we really like when people like your videos and subscribe. We talk to them all the time, Roger and Rafa, and they say we'll play another year on the tour for you guys. Every time we get a new subscription to your channel or you get a like, we're gonna play another year on the tour. So you're helping the sport out. Anyway, give us a like, ask a question if this still didn't make sense, if you want me to make another type of video, you have another tennis related question on any stroke at all, leave it below and I'll make a video for you, just like I made a video for our user today, which was, I think, BJB5 Brine. So there you go, BJB5 Brine. There is your answer, and hopefully this will help you with your students. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, sign off. Have a great day.